We're on vacation in the Pacific Northwest of the USA and will visit 5 Northwestern states: Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana. At Frankfurt Airport, we take the SkyTrain to get from the parking garage to the terminal. We take to the skies and get a great overview of the Frankfurt skyline. Rapeseed fields glow yellow in the sun. We approach San Francisco from the north and get a great view of the Golden Gate Bridge and the city. After a stop in the lounge, we depart for Seattle. Mount Hood glows in the evening sun. In the fading daylight, we glide into Seattle, the skyline reflected in the waters of the island-dotted coastline. Ourselves in Hood River, a picturesque small town on the Columbia River, renowned for its breathtaking backdrop of Mount Hood. This town is a paradise for windsurfers and kite surfers, as the wind blows through the gorge almost every day with full force. The region is also famous for its fruit orchards. Before us lies the impressive The Dalles Bridge, connecting Oregon and Washington. It spans the Columbia River at one of its narrowest points in this region. White River Falls, a hidden natural gem in Oregon. The waters of the White River plunge nearly 30 meters over several tiers. Nestled in a sparse, golden brown plateau, the waterfalls appear like an oasis in the middle of the high desert. Shanico, a ghost town in the high desert of Oregon. Once, this was the most important wool trading town in the world. In the early 20th century, sheep ranchers from across the region flocked here to sell their wool. Today, Shanico has only a handful of residents, yet its historic buildings still tell the story of its former glory. The old city hall, the schoolhouse, and the water tower stand as witnesses to another era. Those who come here feel the silence and the breath of the past. Shanico is one of the best preserved examples of an American pioneer town and is considered one of the most fascinating historic landmarks in the Pacific Northwest. At the Clano unit of the John Day Fossil Beds National Monument. This geological site preserves fossils from a time when Oregon was still covered by tropical forests, over 40 million years ago. The striking cliffs known as the Clano Palisades were formed by ancient volcanic eruptions. Fossils of palm trees, figs, and even crocodiles have been discovered here. long day on the road, we finally reach our destination, the Best Western Hotel in Bend, Oregon. Bend is a vibrant outdoor paradise at the foot of the Cascade Mountains. The hotel offers exactly the rest we need after this long stretch, and tomorrow, the next adventure already awaits.
Today we headed to the Mackenzie River. The town of Sisters welcomed us with wooden houses, coffee shops, and the charm of a small western town. Then we drove on to Big Lake, where Mount Washington stood over the water like a postcard motif. At Fish Lake, you could see how it comes alive with snowmelt in spring and nearly disappears in summer. At Centium Junction, we turned off onto the Mackenzie River Highway. Our way to Sawtooth Falls. A short descent, and we stood before an impressive waterfall. The Mackenzie River thundered on, rested here and there in the deep green, and started up again at Coosa Falls with rainbows, as if someone had ordered special effects. After a break with artichokes, jalapeno dip, we continued to the Belknap-covered bridge, the third version since 1890. The first two had not survived traffic and floods. This one seemed determined to last longer. Back in Bend, we stopped a second time at Costco, stocking up on groceries and buying a new pair of sunglasses. The old ones had not survived a stress test by my backside. Good thing there's no sales tax here. The Tumalo Falls are among the most impressive waterfalls in Oregon. The waters of Tumalo Creek plunge over 90 feet straight down, framed by basalt rock and lush green moss. A natural spectacle drawing hikers from around the world into the high desert of central Oregon. But the road to Paulina Lakes is closed. A barrier blocks the way. Snow and impassable conditions make the drive into the Newberry Crater National Monument impossible. So on to Pilot Butte, an extinct volcanic cinder cone right in the middle of Bend. From its summit, a breathtaking panoramic view unfolds over the city and the Cascade Range, with Mount Bachelor, the Three Sisters, and Broken Top lining the horizon. Back through Bend, straight to the rapids of the Deschutes River. This is where the city's surfers gather. In wetsuits, they stand on the rocks, waiting for their wave, riding the natural current of the river, right in the heart of Oregon.
Our journey takes us through Prineville, the oldest city in central Oregon. Past dry plateaus and wide grazing lands, as we make our way toward one of the most fascinating natural monuments in the United States. Welcome to the John Day Fossil Beds National Monument. This landscape preserves one of the most complete records of life on Earth from over 50 million years ago. Layer by layer, ancient forests, mammals, and long-forgotten worlds are immortalized here in stone. Our first stop, the Thomas Condon Visitor Center, named after the geologist and missionary who discovered the first fossils here in the 19th century. Inside, display cases await us filled with petrified bones, remains of rhinoceroses, horses, and turtles that once roamed through tropical forests where desert reigns today. Further on into the Sheep Rock Unit, the heart of the monument. The John Day River winds through the valley while the layered rocks glow in yellow, green, and red. On the trails here, you traverse millions of years of Earth's history, step by step, epoch by epoch. The silence is striking. Only the wind stirs the grass as the path leads ever deeper into this ancient world. The 4E unit shows the monument from its wildest side. Bizarre rock formations of volcanic ash rise like towers from the ground, shaped by wind and time. Those who hike here feel as though they are on another planet. And then the Painted Hills section, a sight that takes your breath away. The hills glow in deep red, ochre, gold, and black, each color a different geological epoch deposited over millions of years. At sunrise and sunset, the landscape transforms into a painting that no artist could have conceived more beautifully. The Painted Hills are one of the most beautiful natural wonders of Oregon and a quiet witness to the unimaginable depth of our Earth's history. Day 7. From Bend in Oregon to Nampa in Idaho. A brief detour to the Painted Hills, the glowing red mounds of the John Day fossil beds. Then on through Mitchell, a small town in the middle of nowhere, Oregon. 181 miles on Route 26 heading east still lie ahead. The road winds through a wild canyon. Red rock, sagebrush, and not another car in sight. An old red barn. A crumbling house by the roadside. Silent witnesses of times gone by. Through John Day, one of the last small towns before the state line. Green hills, open horizon. Oregon bids farewell in its finest form. We find ourselves in southeastern Oregon, a land of vast open spaces, silence, and rugged beauty. Our destination today is Leslie Gulch, one of the most hidden and fascinating places in this state. The approach takes us along a dirt road, winding its way across an open high plateau, and then the valley opens up. Welcome to Leslie Gulch. Pause. What unfolds before us here is hard to put into words. Massive towers of ancient rhyolite tuff rise from the earth like the vehicle and begin our hike along the Juniper Gulch Trail. The path leads us directly into the heart of the canyon. Within just a few steps, the walls of yellow and orange tuff stone close in around you, a natural cathedral of rock and light. The walls rise almost vertically, and looking upward reveals ever new shapes. Here an arch, there an overhanging slab, further above a narrow cleft through which the sky shines down. The trail floor is dry and sandy, scattered with isolated boulders. Every step crunches softly. The vegetation is sparse but tenacious. Desert sage, scattered juniper bushes that give the trail its name, and here and there a gnarled tree whose roots have worked their way into solid rock. The silence here is almost tangible. Only occasionally a breath of wind, the chirping of a cicada, or the distant call of a bird of prey. The deeper we push on, the narrower and wilder the canyon becomes. The rock formations grow more grotesque, the colors deeper. Holes and hollows eaten into the soft tuff by wind erosion run across entire cliff faces, like thousands of eyes watching us. You feel the solitude of this place, and at the same time, a deep, quiet beauty. Time seems to stand still here. Nothing recalls the modern world, only rock, sky, and the sound of your own footsteps. That is the true magic of Juniper Gulch. After this impressive hike, we make our way back. The landscape we had barely taken in on the way out now reveals itself in a different light. Calmer, more familiar, and yet still overwhelmingly beautiful. But the day is not yet over. Our next destination is Jump Creek Falls, another hidden gem in the Owyhee Highlands. The trail to the falls leads through another narrow canyon, this time lined with bright yellow and cream-colored tuff. Its surface carved by wind and water into countless bizarre shapes. Round cavities and holes mark the cliff walls, as if chiseled by an artist's hand. The destination is a small but enchanting waterfall that spills into a natural rock basin, a place of quiet magic amidst this dry, rugged landscape. A fitting end to an unforgettable day in the wild southeast of Oregon. Our first excursion of the day takes us deep into the earth, into Kuna Cave. Down a secured iron ladder, we descend into a vast lava tube. At the bottom, we are greeted by deep silence and a dim blue light. The walls of cooled lava bear the traces of millennia and of curious visitors. Our next stop, the Peregrine Fund's World Centre for Birds of Prey. Here, endangered raptors are bred and returned to the wild. In an impressive flight show, the birds display their full elegance. A final brief stop at Dedication Point, and a breathtaking view over the Snake River Valley, a wide, silent land. Today is day 10 of our journey, leading us south through numerous construction zones. Our first highlight, the Payette River, a raging whitewater river in the mountains of Idaho. We watch kayakers launching their boats and boldly throwing themselves into the churning white rapids. Heading north, the landscape opens up to wide green meadows and snow-capped peaks. We pass through the small town of Cascade. A short drive later, we arrive in McCall, a picturesque small town on Payette Lake, surrounded by mountains and forests, a popular destination for outdoor enthusiasts. Continue north past rugged rocks and dense forests. Our destination, the confluence of the Little Salmon River and the mighty Salmon River. We follow a side road a few miles to the water, a worthwhile detour. Back, we stop in Riggins, a small, cozy town nestled deep in a canyon along the Salmon River. We leave Nampa heading north, passing through open farmland and river valleys. After about 20 miles, the terrain rises and the Lucky Peak Reservoir comes into view. A wide body of water nestled between forested ridges, serving as both a flood control project and a popular recreation area for the Boise region. We arrive at Idaho City, one of the most historically significant towns in the American West. Founded in 1862 during Idaho's gold rush, it was once the largest city in the entire Pacific Northwest, surpassing both Portland and Seattle in population. Thousands of prospectors flooded into the surrounding mountains, and the town rapidly grew into a bustling hub of saloons, general stores, and gambling halls. Today, Idaho City has only a few hundred residents, yet history is present at every turn. Well-preserved wooden buildings from the 19th century line the main street. The Boise Basin Museum documents the raw and often violent era of the gold rush. The old cemetery on the edge of town tells of the many lives lost in this unforgiving land. Miners, merchants, and adventurers from across the world. The surrounding forests of the Boise National Forest bear visible scars from intensive mining operations. Traces of old sluice trenches and abandoned shafts still mark the landscape. Idaho City is not a romanticized monument. It is a sober witness to an era when greed and hope walked side by side. Just ahead, the Kirkham Hot Springs, natural thermal pools at the edge of the South Fork of the Payette River, where scalding mineral water meets an icy mountain current. The road carries us deeper into the Sawtooth Wilderness, a landscape of raw and extraordinary beauty. Jagged granite peaks, serrated like the teeth of a saw, gave this region its name. Elk, pronghorn, and bald eagles inhabit these remote valleys. The land is wide, untouched, and largely free of any human presence. Our destination for today is Stanley, a tiny town of barely 100 people, set in the Sawtooth Valley at over 6,000 feet elevation. Surrounded on all sides by mountain peaks, Stanley is considered one of the most remote and scenic villages in the entire Rocky Mountains. This is where day 11 ends. We pass through Ketchum, a prosperous small town in the Wood River Valley, known as the gateway to the Sun Valley Ski Resort, and as the final home of the writer Ernest Hemingway. A brief stop at the Russian John Hot Spring, a simple, undeveloped thermal spring at over 6,000 feet, right beside the road. The Galena Summit, at over 7,500 feet, snow still covers the ground. From this pass, the first wide view into the Sawtooth Valley opens up. Crystal clear mountain lakes line the Sawtooth Valley. Alturas Lake and Petite Lake rest among pine forests beneath snow-capped peaks. The water holds an unusually vivid turquoise, fed by snowmelt from the surrounding mountains. The Sawtooth Fish Hatchery, a state-run facility on the Salmon River, specializing in raising Chinook and sockeye salmon. The hatchery supports the recovery of these threatened migratory fish in Idaho's waterways. Continuing across the high plateau of the Sawtooth Valley towards Stanley, the landscape is wide and still. open meadows, scattered pines, and above it all, Idaho's endless blue sky. An osprey perches motionless on an old wooden post at the river's edge, watching the clear waters of the Salmon River below. Right on the Salmon River, the boat box, hot spring. A simple wooden trough channels the thermal water, one of the most rustic hot springs in the entire region, the Sunbeam. Hot springs, natural thermal pools right on the bank of the Salmon River. Hot mineral water seeps from the rock and meets the cold, rushing current. Visitors can choose between the steaming pools and the icy river flow. These springs have been a gathering point for travelers on Highway 75 through the Sawtooth region for decades. Back in Ketchum, our base for tonight, the Best Western plus Tyrolean Lodge. From Ketchum, our route takes us through elegant Sun Valley, a ski resort town known for its charm and well-kept streets. Continuing through Haley, the lively small town in Blaine County. An impressive skate park invites a stop. Then we turn off to Wild Rose Hot Spring, a natural thermal spring off the beaten path. The hot water, the quiet nature, and the wide sky make bathing here an unforgettable experience. Our next destination, Stanton Crossing, a popular boondocking campground where travelers camp for free in the open landscape. We spend the day along the Snake River. First stop, Shoshone Falls, one of the most powerful waterfalls in North America. The roaring water plunges over 40 meters into the basalt canyon below. The Kelton Trail takes us along the canyon of the Malad River. deep cracks in black basalt rock, with turquoise-green water far below, a landscape of raw and fascinating power. The Niagara River Gorge opens into a wide panorama. The river winds through a gentle step, flanked by rugged rock walls, a quiet, almost meditative expanse. The Mallard River rushes over boulders before flowing into the calm Snake River. A long wooden walkway spans the turquoise water. Beyond it, the wide valley opens up with bare brown hills in the distance. An old iron truss bridge, rust red and majestic, spans the river. We drive slowly across. Below us, the still, deep waters of the Snake River. Above us, the vast blue sky of Idaho. Lemon Falls. Here, the waters of the Snake River crash with full force over boulders. The roar is deafening, the power of the river unmistakable. We start the day with a delicious breakfast. Idaho Falls is located in the state of Idaho on the Snake River, a city of around 65,000 residents known as the heart of eastern Idaho. Founded in the 19th century as a farming settlement, it is today a gateway to the wilderness of the Yellowstone region. The waterfalls that gave the city its name are its centerpiece. The Snake River tumbles over broad basalt rocks here, creating an impressive natural spectacle right in the heart of downtown. Along the riverbanks, well-kept parks and walking paths invite visitors to linger. Beyond Idaho Falls, the landscape opens up into wide plains and gentle hills, a preview of Wyoming. Snow-capped peaks on the horizon announce the approaching wilderness of the Grand Teton Range. Jackson is a charming small town in Wyoming with around 10,000 residents and one of the most sought-after destinations in the United States. Known for its rustic western charm, world-class ski resorts, and its unique location surrounded by 3 national parks, Jackson enchants visitors from around the world. Jenny Lake sits at around 2,000 meters elevation at the foot of the Teton Mountains. Its crystal-clear waters mirror the mighty peaks, creating one of the most iconic natural images in North America. Carved by glacial movement, it is today a jewel of Grand Teton National Park. On the way back, our route takes us past Oxbow Bend, a sweeping curve of the Snake River winding through vast floodplain meadows. In the fading evening light, this natural spectacle transforms into a golden panorama before Jackson welcomes us back once more. Today, we spend the whole day in Grand Teton National Park. start our day in Grand Teton National Park. At Jenny Lake, the Teton Mountains are already bathed in warm morning light, a scenery of breathtaking beauty.
Along the shores of Jackson Lake, a sweeping panorama unfolds. The snow-capped peaks of the Teton Range reflected in the glassy water. The striking Mount Moran rises majestically above the rest. Then the view opens onto a vast sagebrush plain, a quiet, endless horizon, broken only by the shimmer of a small pond in the foreground.
At Oxbow Bend, the mighty mountains are mirrored in the calm waters of the Snake River, a sight that never ceases to captivate us. Here we show you some photos of Heart Six Ranch, where we used to stay, a wonderful place with authentic Wyoming charm. From the Snake River overlook, we enjoy a magnificent view of the Tetons, the very vantage point that Ansel Adams once made immortal. To wrap up, we make a quick stop in Wilson to visit Mama Minnie, a charming troll who has brought a little piece of Nordic magic to the American West. Then we head back to the hotel, filled with memories of an unforgettable day in Grand Teton National Park. Today we are driving from Jackson to West Yellowstone, starting with the famous barn at Mormon Row. At higher elevations, the first patches of snow begin to appear. The first Solfatara fields come into view at Yellowstone Lake. Bison graze peacefully along the roadside. The Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone is one of the most spectacular natural landmarks in the park. The Yellowstone River has carved its way deep into the volcanic rock here, creating a canyon up to 300 meters deep. The walls glow in brilliant shades of yellow and orange, volcanic minerals transformed by millennia of hydrothermal activity. At the lower falls, the river plunges over 30 meters into the abyss below. bison herd grazes in the open meadow, among them a young calf staying close to its mother. Elk graze calmly at the forest edge, barely noticing our presence. The turquoise thermal pools shimmer in extraordinary colors along the shores of Yellowstone Lake, a reminder of the immense volcanic forces still active beneath the surface. Vivid colors around the hot springs are not painted by geology alone. Microbial mats of heat-loving bacteria create these striking rings of orange, yellow, and green. A mud pot bubbles and churns, superheated steam forcing its way through acidic clay, dissolving the rock from below into thick grey mud. A black bear wanders through the open woodland along the roadside, completely unfazed by the passing vehicles. Grizzly moves through the distant landscape. Only a powerful telephoto lens makes it possible to spot him at all. We find ourselves at the Firehole River, one of the most picturesque rivers in Yellowstone National Park. The clear, steaming water flows gently through a wide, green valley landscape. Along its banks, delicate plumes of steam rise from numerous hot springs, a quiet testament to the volcanic power deep beneath our feet. The river itself is fed by thermal waters and carries an unusually warm temperature. A breathtaking stillness lies over this landscape, broken only by the soft murmur of the water and the occasional call of a bird. We now reach the lower geyser basin with the famous fountain paint pots. These fascinating mud pots bubble and churn in vivid colors, from soft gray and creamy white to delicate pink and ochre. The rising sulfur dioxide and hot mud mass create an almost magical spectacle. All around the basin, the earth steams, and the sharp smell of sulfur hangs in the air. The Fountain Paint Pots area is one of the most varied thermal zones in the entire park. Before us unfolds one of the most spectacular natural phenomena on our planet, the Grand Prismatic Spring. With a diameter of over 90 meters, it is the largest hot spring in the United States and the third largest in the world. The deep, brilliantly blue center of the pool reaches a temperature of nearly 70 degrees Celsius. Around the edge, pigmented microorganisms grow in broad rings of vivid orange, yellow and green, a living palette of color formed by bacterial mats. The rising steam lends the scene an almost mystical atmosphere. The Grand Prismatic Spring is not only a geological wonder, but also a visible reminder that life can thrive even under the most extreme conditions. Along the riverbank, bison have gathered to graze. These majestic animals, once nearly extinct, are today once again the symbol of North American wilderness. With heads bowed, they calmly pull at the fresh grass, undisturbed by our presence. Their powerful shoulders and thick winter coat give them an impressive appearance. Occasionally, one lifts its massive head and gazes calmly into the distance. This scene reminds us how unique and worthy of protection the wildlife of Yellowstone National Park truly is. Punctual as clockwork, Old Faithful Geyser begins its performance. With a deep rumble, a tremendous column of water shoots over 40 meters into the sky. Steam and boiling water unite in an impressive jet that lasts for several minutes. Old Faithful is one of the most famous geysers in the world, delighting its audience with a regularity that is unmatched in nature. We continue our walk and pass further impressive geysers of the Upper Geyser Basin. To our left, Castle Geyser steams with its cone-shaped sinter formation, reminiscent of a ruined castle. Shortly after, Beehive Geyser comes into view, known for its narrow, towering water jet. Grand Geyser, one of the tallest predictable geysers in the world, is also found in this area. Time and again, white plumes of steam rise between the trees, a ceaseless sign of geothermal activity deep within the earth. The destination of today's walk now lies before us, the Morning Glory Pool. The Morning Glory Pool welcomes us with its extraordinary beauty. Its clear water glows in a fascinating spectrum of color, from deep blue in the hot center, through turquoise and green, to vivid orange and yellow at the cooling edges. Once, the center shone intensely blue like a morning sky, hence the name. Coins and other objects thrown in by earlier visitors have clogged the channels and lowered the temperature, giving the pool its colorful, yet unfortunately altered appearance today. A quiet reminder of how fragile even the most resilient natural wonders can be. We leave the pool, carrying with us the experience of this extraordinary day. A day that revealed the raw creative power of the earth in all its facets. Welcome to Yellowstone National Park. Today, we drive through one of North America's most untamed landscapes, heading deep into the Lamar Valley. An osprey nest with a juvenile inside. The parents keep a watchful eye from a nearby tree. A herd of bison has claimed the road. Out here, they have the right of way. Gibbon Falls, a spectacular cascade fed by the high plateau waters of Yellowstone. The Mammoth Hot Springs area, terraced limestone formations shaped over millennia by geothermal forces beneath the surface. Another osprey nest, a rare and fortunate sighting. A whole colony of marmots, social creatures who have made their burrows among these rocks. Another bison herd. The American bison, enduring symbol of the Great Plains. The Lamar Valley, vast, quiet and breathtaking, often called the Serengeti of North America. A grizzly bear crosses the open plain, majestic and utterly indifferent to our presence. High up on the rocky cliffs, mountain goats, sure-footed climbers perfectly adapted to this steep terrain. This morning it had snowed. We are in the Norris Geyser Basin, the hottest and most geologically active thermal area in the entire Yellowstone National Park. Underground temperatures here exceed 300 degrees Celsius, and the water is forced upward through a network of cracks and fissures. The Norris Basin is divided into two areas: the Porcelain Basin with its white sinter terraces and bright blue pools, and the Back Basin, which lies deeper in the forest. Constant volcanic activity continually reshapes the landscape. geysers disappear, new ones emerge, and the ground steams wherever you look. Here we can see the Steamboat Geyser, the world's tallest active geyser. Its eruptions can shoot water up to 90 meters into the air, a truly spectacular natural phenomenon. Right beside the road, a grizzly bear. These powerful animals are the true rulers of Yellowstone. A fully grown grizzly can weigh over 300 kilograms. We stay in our vehicle and observe respectfully from a distance. We are leaving Yellowstone National Park through the Roosevelt Arch, the historic north entrance near Gardner, Montana. This imposing stone arch, built in 1903, bears the inscription, "For the benefit and enjoyment of the people." Gardner is a small border town nestled right against the park, living largely from tourism. The first raindrops in Montana. After the sunny morning in the park, clouds are now moving in. We are entering Ennis, a small town in the Madison Valley of Montana. Ennis became known through the film The Patriot, starring Steven Seagal, which was filmed here. The town sits picturesquely along the Madison River and is especially popular with fly fishermen. Around 1,000 residents live here, surrounded by wide open plains and majestic mountain ranges. Virginia City, one of the most famous ghost towns of the American West. Founded during the gold rush of 1863, it was once the capital of Montana Territory. Many original pioneer-era buildings are still preserved. The entire town is now a historic landmark and a living museum of the Wild West. And now we drive through Big Sky country. Montana as if out of a picture book. Endless open spaces, dramatic mountain panoramas, and that incomparable sky that gave the state its nickname. One final, beautiful leg of the journey to our hotel. Today, we're driving to Kalispell. The route takes us through the wide open spaces of Montana. After checking into the hotel, we head out to Lake McDonald in Glacier National Park. Along the way, we encounter beautiful waterfalls that wildly carve their path through the mountains. come across several deer strolling along the roads without any fear of people. This is how nature should work. A short while later, we stand before the waters of Lake McDonald with its fascinating mountain backdrop. The lodge is cozy and invites you to linger. Today we are going to spend the day at Glacier National Park. Since the Going to the Sun Road is still closed, we have to drive south around the mountain range to reach St. Mary Lake. We first pass by the two Medicine Lakes, where we hike to the Running Eagle Falls. From Two Medicine Lakes, we continue driving east along the gentle hills of the Blackfeet Reservation until we finally reach the breathtaking St. Mary Lake, one of the most beautiful lakes in all of Glacier National Park. St. Mary Lake is one of the most impressive lakes in Glacier National Park. Nearly 17 kilometers long and over 90 meters deep, it is the second largest lake in the park. Its turquoise water, fed by melting glaciers, reflects the surrounding mountain peaks, creating a backdrop of breathtaking beauty. Glacier National Park was established in 1910 and covers over 1 million hectares of pristine wilderness in the US state of Montana, right on the border with Canada. The park once harbored more than 150 glaciers. Today, due to climate change, only about 25 remain. The park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is known for its unique biodiversity, including grizzly bears, wolves, and mountain goats. Here we are at the Blackfeet Indian Memorial, a monument dedicated to the Blackfeet people who have regarded this land as their homeland for centuries. It reminds us that Glacier National Park is not only a natural landscape, but also a place of great cultural significance. After starting in Kalispell, our route to Liberty Lake takes us first to Kootenai Falls. We reach them via a bridge over the railroad tracks, and just as we cross, a train passes underneath us. After a short hike, we find ourselves standing before the wild roaring falls of the Kootenai River. After a short hike downstream, we come across a suspension bridge, which of course we have to cross. It sways gently over the rushing river below, but the view of the falls from up here is simply spectacular. On the way back, another train passes us by. We climb up the steps and soon find ourselves back at the parking lot, ready to continue our journey to Liberty Lake. We drive through Bonner's Ferry, a small town in northern Idaho situated right on the Kootenai River. The town takes its name from Edwin Bonner, who ran one of the first ferries across the river in the 1860s, an important crossing for gold seekers and settlers heading to British Columbia. Today, Bonner's Ferry is a quiet little town, known for its timber industry and the stunning mountain scenery all around. Our drive continues through Sandpoint, one of the most picturesque small towns in the Pacific Northwest. Today, we're heading from Liberty Lake to Wenatchee. What lies ahead is a rather uneventful stretch of road. The area is entirely agricultural in character. We pass by many grain silos and small farms. What's almost completely absent are towns or supply centers. You might think the people here live exclusively off tractors and solitude. After a while, we turn into the parking lot of Palouse Falls. Palouse Falls is a breathtaking natural spectacle in eastern Washington state. The waters of the Palouse River plunge more than 60 meters into a circular basalt basin below, the result of enormous volcanic activity and the floodwaters of the last ice age. The waterfall lies within Palouse Falls State Park and is the official state waterfall of Washington. The surrounding landscape is rugged and barren. Steep basalt cliffs, deep canyons, and the endless rolling hills of the Palouse region frame the scene. The power of the water is unmistakable even at low flow. The roar and thunder of the falls echo off the canyon walls. A viewpoint right at the edge of the gorge offers a spectacular look down into the basin, where white foam spreads across the deep green water below. It is one of the few places in Washington where the raw, untamed force of nature can still be experienced in its purest form. On the way back, we pass herds of cattle. miles, we drive along the Columbia River toward Wenatchee. The mighty river that defines the Pacific Northwest accompanies us along the roadside. Today, we are exploring the area around Wenatchee, a city in the heart of Washington state. We cross the Columbia River on a striking steel bridge and then drive north along this mighty river. Our first destination is the Rocky Reach Dam, an impressive hydroelectric facility on the banks of the Columbia River. At the Rocky Reach Dam, there are special fish ladders that allow salmon and other migratory fish to bypass the dam and travel upstream to their spawning grounds. This facility is an excellent example of balancing energy production with environmental conservation. From Highway 971, we enjoy a beautiful view of Lake Chelan and the Lake Chelan State Park of the same name. The lake lies nestled between gentle hills and stretches far to the north. From here, we drive down into the town of Chelan. Chelan is a charming small town at the southern end of the lake of the same name. At over 90 kilometers in length, Lake Chelan is one of the deepest lakes in the United States. The town features a long sandy beach, numerous restaurants and shops, and a relaxed vacation atmosphere. Chelan is especially popular as a starting point for boat trips on the crystal clear mountain lake, as well as for wine and orchard tours in the surrounding area. We then head back to Wenatchee, where we have checked into our hotel for the night. Today we are driving through Wenatchee on our way to Seattle. Along the way, we pass through Leavenworth, a town built in Bavarian style in the heart of Washington state. The buildings with their timber facades, flower boxes, and gabled rooftops are strongly reminiscent of an alpine village. Leavenworth is especially well known for its Oktoberfest and its spectacular Christmas lights. We continue northwest along the wild Wenatchee River. The river rushes through a narrow mountain gorge, flanked by dense conifer forests and impressive rock faces. The road winds closely along the bank, offering breathtaking views of the turquoise water below. We make another stop at the Deception Creek trailhead, where we set off on a short hike. The path leads us through a pristine mountain forest of towering firs and moss-covered rocks. Fallen giants line the trail, testament to the natural cycle of this ancient forest. Soon we hear the roar of water. Deception. Creek plunges in an impressive waterfall over massive boulders. The water foams and churns between smooth grey rocks, framed by lush green firs. Further downstream, the creek flows more calmly under a small bridge, before continuing its journey through the dense rainforest. Today, we are heading into the North Cascades. We drive along the Skagit River all the way to New Halem. There we cross the suspension bridge to the Trail of the Cedars for a short hike to the powerhouse. Leads along a small waterfall and a botanical garden. Shortly after, we get a view of Diablo Dam and the reservoir with its blue-green water. We cross the dam and enjoy the tranquility of the lake. Today we take the ferry to Vashon Island. In the south, we visit the troll Oscar, the bird king. In pouring rain, we take the ferry back to the mainland. We're heading home again. We start in Seattle. The airport bus takes us from the car rental to the terminal. Shortly after, we're sitting in the plane waiting for departure. Many other jets are lined up on the runway, waiting for clearance to take off. Then we lift off, and Seattle and the island-dotted coastline passes by. San Francisco from the north. The Golden Gate Bridge lies to our left below us, and we get a fantastic view of the city. Once we've reached our parking position, the jetway is brought up and we're allowed to disembark shortly after. Then begins the long walk through the airport to our departure terminal. The walls are decorated with many beautiful photos of San Francisco. We treat ourselves to a break in the Polaris Lounge with delicious food. It's slowly getting dark and we fly over nighttime San Francisco. Another wonderful vacation that is unfortunately now over.